everybody, it's Maggie from This or That, and today I'm going to tell you, what am I going to tell you? Hey everybody, welcome to This or That, and today rather than me telling you about products and which ones that you should buy, choosing this one over that one, I'm actually going to tell you products that one of my favorite beauty YouTubers, Jambeauty89, convinced me to buy through her product comparisons. Actually, a couple years back, probably right after I graduated grad school, so 2015, I started watching YouTube. So I haven't really been in the community for that long, but I found Kathleen Lights, who's actually my same age. She's 25, and I was in the market for some makeup. Like, I don't know what sparked my interest in it, because I was never somebody who was truly interested in like the latest and greatest makeup trends. My friend Christina can tell you, like, senior year of college, I just had like a little Rimmel eyeshadow quad, and I was like scraping at the edges to try to get the color out. Like, I never cared about getting new makeup. So I don't know what made me sit down and just decide that one day I needed to learn more about it and get more into it. But anyway, found Kathleen Lights, thought she was hilarious. And so she was my first ever subscription on YouTube. I guess just in like the suggested videos column of YouTube, I started learning about all of these other YouTubers. And so I ran across Jessica's channel. She doesn't know this yet, but we're actually like the same person. I don't know, but I remember telling my mom, we're destined to be best friends. There's so much of us that is alike. I know that in one of her get to know me videos, she mentioned that her parents were from Mississippi, and like, I'm from Mississippi, and her parents are actually from Meridian, Mississippi, or her mom is. And that's where my dad grew up. And because we're just a couple years apart in age, I'm like, well, maybe our parents know each other. That's really weird. She also has a super love for Disney, and outside of the products that she made me buy, she actually is married to a guy named Tyler who has another YouTube channel about travel, and he's recently become a Disney travel agent. And so on this past September of 2016, Brian and I actually went to Disney World and used Tyler as our travel agent based on her suggestion and just following him on YouTube, and I thought that was really cool, and why not help somebody out that I learn a lot from on YouTube every day. So he did an excellent job, and I'll link his website below, so in case you're interested in some Disney travel coming up, maybe you can use him too, because he did a fabulous job, got us great deals. We had a great time, in large part thanks to him. And so she's super into Disney. I grew up going to Disney. This past time in September was my 11th time to go. I'm a huge Disney freak. So I trust her suggestions. We even have a similar skin tone. The light coming through my window right now is really bright. So Jessica, don't be offended if you're not this pale. So we can hop right in, and I can show you the products that she convinced me to buy through her outstanding reviews on her channel. And so the first item is actually the priciest item of the bunch, but thanks in part to another one of her videos, I actually got this like on a really great deal. The first product is actually this Becca Backlight priming filter, and this is ordinarily $38. You can find it at Sephora or Ulta, but recently in the month of April, Ulta has been, it's March. Recently in the month of March, Ulta has been running this 21 days of beauty deal where on specific days, certain items are 50% off. So I actually picked one of these up for me and my mom, and we got them for $19 because she had posted this video of 21 days of beauty and the products that she would recommend us picking up at that 50% off. And I will say, I've used this a couple of days, but it's starting to get really hot in Texas. We're like in the 80s, 88, 90 every day with the weather. And so my skin is sort of getting into that oily, warm weather, nasty point. I'll read you the claims that Sephora says what it does.
The Backlight Filter Face Primer creates a canvas for your makeup, extending its wear from day to night. Infused with 3 unique filtering luminescent pearls, each one adds a different drop of diffused light. Blended together, they impart a one-of-a-kind, lightweight, whipped fluid that creates a smooth canvas and acts as an instant filter, while the vitamin E-enriched formula minimizes the appearance of fine lines
and wrinkles. So it's supposed to make your skin look like a goddess, and then you put your foundation over it so you have like a little bit of dewiness and glow. And I think that this would have been perfect for me in the winter when my skin is so dry, so parched, and I get the dry patches everywhere. This would have been perfect. So had they run this deal a little sooner, I think that I would have really fallen in love with the product. But on the whole, I really do like it. It is scented, it has a fragrance, but it's not a heavy fragrance. It's a very nice, light, not floral, it's a very fresh scent. So it's very pleasant and you don't smell it all day long. Like once you put it on and get the rest of your makeup on, it goes away. So I really ended up liking this product, but maybe more for the winter months rather than the summer months, if your skin is like mine and changes with the season. So the next item that I picked up based on Jessica's suggestion is actually the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is a really light bronzer. It smells like the beach. It smells like straight up coconuts, pina colada. It actually smells more like sunscreen now that I think about it. Have you ever tried the Sunbum sunscreen? If not, you should really try it. It's awesome. It has like fewer chemicals and it smells a little bit like bananas and coconut, and that's what this reminds me of. Anyway, I digress. This is the Butter Bronzer Butter Bronzer. I don't know. It has this weird M word. I'll put it on the screen so that you can see why I can't pronounce it. But this is actually a pricier item from the drugstore. This is $14.99 on the Ulta website, but right now Physicians Formula is buy one, get one 50% off, and there's a special free gift with purchase if you purchase this. So I would pair this with another thing that she's recommended that I've personally never tried, but I trust her suggestions obviously because I'm making this video, but she really likes the Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick or Shimmer Strips. And so if you want to pick those up, it's like a highlighter. It comes in sort of a variety of shades and you can just swirl your brush in it and get one wash of highlight, or you could concentrate your brush in different areas and use it as an eyeshadow. It's really neat. I just have like 4 or 5 different highlighters right now, so I didn't need to pick that one up. But bronzer for me, because I am so pale, it's really hard to get it right. And so this is actually in the light bronzer shade, and on their website they have a light bronzer and just bronzer. The shades don't look that different. You can tell a little bit of deeper tones in the just bronzer shade, but for those of you with darker skin tones or just like really any deeper than mine, I don't think that this is really going to show up. But it's a perfect natural bronzer for my office job, so I'm not looking like I'm trying to come from Cancun every morning. Another great product that she's recommended is this NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana. So in one of my BoxyCharms, one of the subscription boxes that I get, I actually got an Ofra brand little, the metal pans of a yellow powder, whatever, that was supposed to be used for setting your under eye powder. And because I've figured out that I actually have yellow undertones in my skin, at first when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not putting a yellow powder on my face. That's not very flesh toned, but it works perfectly. And it brightens a little bit without having like just that white, stark brightness. Because I had totally used that pan down to like the metal portion, like it's totally gone. I needed to pick up something similar for a good price, because the Ofra one, I think, I'll put the price on the screen. I don't remember how much it is, but I feel like it's, for the size, a lot more pricey. And this goes on really smoothly. It doesn't dry out my under eyes or anything. It's not cakey. You don't even see that it's there, which is what I like about it, because I was always iffy about using powders because on the whole my skin is drier until I hit these summer months like I talked about earlier. But this was a really great suggestion, a great alternative to the expensive Ofra brand. Great job, Jessica. Oh, it's $9.99 NYX Cosmetics right now on the Ulta website, or buy one get one 50% off as well. So while you can't couple this with the butter bronzer and like go between brands and get the buy one 50% off, I still think $10 for this powder that's gonna last me a lifetime is a pretty good price. The next item is actually another pricier item, but I will say I did not pay for this. Every year I have a group of 5 friends, including myself. They get together, and each time somebody's birthday rolls around, we sort of just pool our money and get each other one bigger gift rather than 5 little gifts. So this year, my friends know my love for the beauty YouTube community and how often I watch videos and how interested I am in different products and reviewing the products, and I'm sort of like the beauty consultant friend of the group. And so they actually pulled together and got me a Sephora gift card. So with that gift card, I ended up getting this Laura Mercier powder. When this came in, I was like, is this a joke? Because This is the smaller size. This was $23 because I was trying to maximize the usage of the gift card. So I didn't want to get like the full size of one thing and not be able to get multiple products, because for like one big gift card, I sort of wanted to get as many products as possible. So I ended up getting the travel size is what I see now. It is actually advertised as the travel size. I don't know how I missed that before. But this tiny little baby thing is $23. However, like I said earlier when I was talking about the NYX product, I was always wary of powders because I don't want to come off as like a cakey mess. And I feel like maybe I just haven't been applying powders correctly in the past, or I didn't have a need for them, and so my skin just looked bad. I don't know. But now in the summer months, when my skin's getting a little greasier, it's probably best that I put this powder on and help my foundation last forever. But loose powder is gonna last you for a really long time, so it's fine. I determined to keep it. The larger size is gonna run you at $38, and this powder really is undetectable. Like, you put this on and it just helps your foundation set. Like, I have this, what is this called? This Bare Minerals complexion perfecting, it's sort of just like a gel cream. It's not like a heavy foundation. Before I got this powder, I could see at the end of the day, I'd get in my car after work and I could just like wipe off sections of it. It was really patchy, it wouldn't stay on. But once I started using this on top of it, it totally changed the way that that tinted moisturizer performed on my skin. So I'm a firm believer in this. I'm so glad she suggested it and that I was brave enough to try a powder again. The travel size, pro tip, actually comes with a little velour puff. Their velour puff for the larger size is actually $14, and it does not come with the larger size. So you end up paying the 38 plus 14. Again, I'll do the math for you on the screen because am I an accountant? I don't know, because I can't do math. So I'm actually happy that I got the smaller size despite the surprise when it came in. So there's actually a lot more higher priced items in this bunch than I thought. Really just 3, but. So the next item that she recommended was this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is really popular in the beauty YouTube community. If you watch any of those videos, everybody is raving about this, and for good reason. So I was actually a little bit surprised. I expected this to be, I don't know if creamier is the word, but definitely not as drying as it is, but don't be turned off by that. I don't mean this drying in the sense that I look really haggard under my eyes. I'm wearing it today. I think that it covers dark circles really well, and I like to joke with people that I have like horror movie child eyes, you know, in those horror movies when it's like the kid that like stares at you and looks down and you can like see their dark circles. I feel like that's me. And maybe I'm dramatic, I don't know, but I think that this does a great job of making me actually seem not like a villainous child. This really does last all day long, and everybody's like, oh, it doesn't crease at all. And Jessica even said, you know what, that's a bold claim because everybody has tiny little lines under their eyes. Like, it's gonna eventually crease, and I appreciate that because that is realistic. At the end of the day, maybe I'll notice a little bit, but on the whole, this does not, compared to another really creamy drugstore concealer that I love, it's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This creases like 10 times less than that. And I really like that concealer, but I highly recommend this. It's $24. A little goes a long way with this. I highly recommend using a damp beauty blender to put it on rather than a brush. I find that that works better for me. But Jessica also did a comparison between this and the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, and she actually ended up liking that Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer a little bit better. However, it is a couple dollars more. So really just your personal preference. I highly recommend. She still says great things about this, and I'm really glad I picked it up. So the next item that Jessica recommended to me is actually a super affordable item. This is a blush, and it's called Mellow Mauve, and this is a really great, you can't overdo it type of blush. And I'm really glad that she recommended this on YouTube because looking at the package, I would not have picked it up. E.l.f. has great products and horrible packaging. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm sorry, E.l.f. You produce really great things, but I can never tell what the products are gonna look like from the pictures that they actually include on the packaging. So I used to be attracted to the really bright peach shades that are really shimmery, and then I just found that they show up way too much on my skin and I can look a little bit clown-like. And so because this is such an easy sort of mellow, just like the name suggests, color. It's very flattering, natural. This is $3. That's the exact same price that it was when I picked mine up at Target. And often at Target, I mean, e.l.f. is so cheap. You really don't need like coupons or buy one get one 50% off deals on it. A $3 blush that will last you forever is a great deal, especially if you have other blushes that you're sort of rotating through in your collection. Again, like I said, the pictures on e.l.f. products are they can be really misleading, and like I'm not tempted to buy a lot of e.l.f. products because of that. So I'm so thankful that Jessica does a great job of reviewing those products and telling us what's good and bad, because oftentimes that super inexpensive price tag could also be like, how are they doing that? The next item I actually attempted to buy a long time ago, but accidentally ended up buying the waterproof version of this. And I'm not a huge fan of waterproof mascaras, mostly because you have to work so daggum hard to get them off. And so finally I ran out of one of the mascaras that I was using. So I went ahead and picked up the Supersizer. And this is highly touted, not only by Jessica, but also by Emily Noel 83. And maybe I'll do another video that's things that Emily Noel made me buy, because she is also a wonderful teacher when it comes to cosmetics and explaining why a product works for certain people versus another type of person. This has the craziest wand on it. And this is what surprised everybody. They were like, I'm definitely not gonna like this, but I don't know if you can really tell. I'll try to put this up. So it's actually like a little pokey wand, and parts of it have little sprigs on it to actually put the mascara on, and parts of it are just a plastic stick. And so I think the entire idea behind this, as they explained, is that portions of it are supposed to get product onto your lashes, while the others are actually supposed to do the lengthening, elongating, and separating of the actual lashes. I will say this does a great job. Fun fact about me, I used to be terrified of eyeballs. I had this weird thing against it. I got glasses in the 6th grade and could not put contacts in my eyes until my freshman year of college. Sad fact. Also, if you've ever seen the original Charlie's Angels, not the original, I'm sorry, the original for people my age, the one with Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew Barrymore, the first one, there's this scene where Cameron Diaz is putting in these contacts to get access into this room that had a retina scanner. And there's this up close scene on her eyeball that I used to always have to close my eyes in. I don't use an eyelash curler. That's where I was going with this. I guess that just means that I'm a really harsh critic when it comes to mascaras. And this one actually like lifts, lengthens, and holds the natural curl in my eyelashes all day long. So I really love this. I'm also somebody who really gets the mascara under my eyes, like it'll flake off during the day, and I have not experienced that with this, which is awesome. The Supersizer mascara is gonna run you $6.99, but also on Ulta, this is buy one, get one 50% off Covergirl Cosmetics and a special free gift with purchase. So if you're interested in any of these items, it seems like you should stock up right now and get buy one 51 and get buy one, get one 50% off plus a ton of free gifts. But this does a great job. I'm really happy I picked this up, and this is a great suggestion. So the last item that I decided to pick up based on Jessica's suggestions so far are the Maybelline color blurs, and I actually have these in 2 different shades. I have these in Partner in Crimson, this really dark red, and I also picked up I Like to Mauve It, and this is the color that I have on my lips today. This is the most neutral shade that they offer, which I know right now it's coming off pretty neutral, but in person I think that it's actually a little brighter than the camera's picking up right now. So keep that in mind. How she described these is they go on super light, like I can barely feel this on my lips, but they dry down matte and they don't move. Like, I look like one of those Lip Sense commercials. Because I don't wear big bold shades all the time, I was a little nervous to get a red shade that was glossy or that might move and go outside of the lip line, and she was saying that these don't move at all, they dry down matte, and they last forever. And so I'm also not one that usually reapplies lipstick throughout the day. I don't really care at work, I'll be totally honest, but these have been awesome. I really like them. I've never used the actual blurring side, so how this works, you pull off one side of it and it twists up, and then that snaps on, and then it has this other end that's this like, it feels almost like a pencil eraser, but the idea is that you're supposed to put this on and then like blur the color. I don't see the point in that because this goes on super smooth. It's just so light. I don't know how to describe it. She describes it a lot better. So maybe you should hop over to Jessica's channel and watch her review these. I really enjoyed these. There's a lot of product in each tube and the price on it is really good. It's $8.99 per tube, but this Maybelline, the Maybelline line is also buy one, get one 50% off right now on Ulta. So hopefully you've enjoyed learning about what Jambeauty89 made me buy through her awesome channel and her great suggestions. So I'll link her channel below as well. And I encourage you to go subscribe. And I wanted to do this video in a way to say thank you because my mom pointed out recently that there are a lot of people in the YouTube community that are takers rather than those that are actually participatory and engaging with the people that they're viewing to show that the work that they're doing and the hard work that they're putting into YouTube is worth something. And so since I'm not a huge commenter, I'm more of a passive liker and viewer of every video because I've been following her for like 2 years. I hope that you'll subscribe for more videos from this or that. And